Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the rest of the Morrigan Society, episode 5. Welcome to Rose House. We are diving back into the world of Vesson as Nisha, meeting at Menlo Castle with Violet, Celadonna, and Father Segundo, as well as Trinket in the background working on things. You all are in the kitchen. There is two pots of tea that have kind of been lifted up off of the stovetop area and brought to the table. Trinket will go into one of the cupboards. And as she has recently found Carlton's stash of biscuits, and is kind of like serving them these Madeline cookies on a platter. Um,
So Trinket is in the room.
Yep, she's just kinda setting things out, and she doesn't really
Yeah.
notice it's you yet.
Yeah, as soon as I see her, Trinket, how are you, lass?
"Nisha!" And she kind of like very much like flying squirrel,
Yeah,
uh,
was.
leaps to land, arms out.
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
Oh my god, yeah, it has. Oh, it's a lot has happened. Oh god. Willie's doing good, now that he's not, taken by a wicked temptress,
Good
uh,
to hear it.
but, how are you?
Um,
I saw the store.
yes, I'm here full time now.
Oh my god, that's so we gotta have a tea party. I got some
Absolutely.
friends. Be good time. Okay. Is there anything I can get for you?
Oh,
Uh,
I'm all right, dear. Thank you.
okay, okay. And she just kind of goes about setting things up. She gets out like the extra nice cookies and
Yeah.
jam.
Can I
Uh,
tell that like something's off with her?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She looks more sallow,
Yeah.
her skin tone, more dark circles under her eyes. You can tell like the cheeriness, it doesn't necessarily meet her eyes. Um,
Yeah.
she's a little bit slower, a little bit more sluggish. There's times where she's kind of like spaced out and then goes back to what she's doing.
Mhm.
Um, the cold iron is very damaging to the Fae.
Right.
But you would actually, I think, because you're an academic, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, you would notice the signs of cold iron poisoning.
Mhm. Okay. Um, and everyone but Williams is here right now.
Correct.
I like just popped in.
No,
Uh,
and I think I also came in just now,
Yeah.
also, so you'd be seeing both of us for the first time.
mm,
And I'll look at Varela. Yeah, surprise.
It's so good to see you. Whatever we would normally do, hug,
Yeah.
handshake, however familiar it feels.
Yeah.
But a lot of warmth, right?
Yeah.
So good to see you. I did not know you were coming. Give me a
Right.
moment.
Sorry, I would have.
Burn, nothing to apologize for, but does turn to start making whatever your favorite thing is.
Oh, you don't
Um,
have to. I don't want to be any trouble.
No trouble. I like it. I find it relaxing, and it makes me feel happy. So don't worry, it'll be just a few minutes.
well, look down at Trinket and be like, "Yo, Trinket, I've gotten real scary recently. I'll have to show you when you're feeling better."
Oh God, I don't know if I can handle that. You. I mean, Ian can be pretty scary, and oof, maybe in a month, okay, buddy?
Sometime.
And Miss Violet, it's good to meet you.
Uh, it was she just kind of sings a hand likewise. It's she's very quiet though. She doesn't really like communicate or emote well around new people. So yeah,
Yeah,
like likewise.
that's fine. Right. Well, I'll get right to it, I suppose. I received a letter from the Apollonian Society this morning. I'm not quite sure why they've asked me to come to you, but who knows how any of this works. It's an invitation to the auction at Rose House back in London. It's more of a summons. I'm not exactly thrilled about going back to England, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Have you gotten
Would you
on their
mind me?
bad side?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Have you gotten on their bad side or summoned you to come over and fetch us?
Bad side. I haven't had a mission in a while. I told them I was still settling in with the move. Yeah, I'm not sure why they've asked me to get the lot of you when you've all been here longer than I have.
Could I see the letter?
You know, I yeah, and I'll go into and I'll give part of it.
Copy. I don't press on the sense that I get part of it. And I look over the part that I have in front of me. I don't know if I need to do a check about this or anything, but I'm looking for any sense of what the game is.
Absolutely. Go ahead and you're trying to see something like between the text. So I will leave it up to you of either observation or vigilance. Vigilance and seeing like what is it hiding from me. Observation is more of like what are the difference in the words that could give a clue as to what to expect.
Mhm.
Observation's more in line with how he would typically, if that's okay. 6. I'm gonna push because I got nothing on that, and I want to get this answer. So I think what I'm going to do is I will take. I'm still exhausted from before. I think, right? I know that I pushed a month ago. Am I no longer exhausted, or
No
because I
longer
haven't cleared
exhausted. You've had days to rest and recover.
it?
So
Okay. I think I'm going to exhaust myself again then by going into this. Let's see if the dice decide to be nice. Hey, I got 1 6, so that's not nothing.
one's all you need. As you're looking through this part of the letter, it is written as though Nisha is an old friend to Hawkins. That is a little unnerving to you. Um, at least not in the way of like how you feel about that regarding Nisha, but more in the fact that this is very unlike Hawkins to be that buddy with a lower level investigator that isn't like part of the council.
Nisha, has there been any interest in training you up at Rose House for some sort of service? Perhaps in a household, perhaps to care for a place like this?
Not that I've heard.
This familiarity. I'm sorry. Would you like to step outside?
Why?
In case you'd like privacy.
Oh, I mean, what's there to be private about?
Are you? I'm about to ask you about something in this letter. Is that okay?
That's fine.
There's a lot of familiarity that Hawkins addresses you with in this letter. Would you mind sharing a little bit about that? My concern is that, to be transparent, Hawkins may have interest in you that could be dangerous to you.
Mary, would I have ever met Hawkins before?
Absolutely. Everybody meets Hawkins.
Okay.
It is one of the big things in order to become an investigator within the society. You had to have a meeting with Hawkins. He can be a bit unnerving.
Right.
And at first, probably to you, like when you went through the onboarding process, you were treated like a more average investigator. However, when your confidant that owned the antique store before, when he died, Hawkins was a lot more kindly to you, more interested in what you're doing, where you were going to set up shop, more buddy, sent flowers, all those kind of things that would be reasonable and nice, and basically to talk about ways you could not necessarily like move up like within households of the society or owning your own headquarters, but of moving you up within like what would be considered like the armor status or even like a shadow maker. For reference, armorers are senior investigators like yourselves that are devoted to setting up equipment, for expeditions for Vesson.
Mhm.
And shadow makers are the ones that are in charge of setting up correspondence and relationships with people on the outside and the headquarters themselves. It's kind of a very high status, almost like a double agent kind of a job because you
Right.
have a outward facing personality and then what you do for the society.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm particularly. I mean, we've met a few times, and he was much closer with my mentor, Mr. Ambrose, and he was very good to me after he passed. So we've spoken a little about my potential future within the society, but again, I haven't been here. I haven't even been 10 years yet, so I none of that
Mhm.
is happening anytime soon. But I would say we have a good working relationship.
I would recommend you approach that with care for your sake. Hawkins is an extractor. Hawkins does not
What?
do favors. Hawkins does not have interest in anyone else's best interest. Hawkins is simply interested in what Hawkins wants.
Wh-
Um,
where are you getting this?
Unfortunate direct experience and secondhand information. Hawkins, for example, Celadonna, would you feel all right if I shared a bit of what happened with Carlton here with Nisha? I think
Yeah.
that they're trustworthy.
Right.
I
If Nisha, you have found yourself involved with Hawkins or getting the attention of him, I think you should know.
he did ask me about Carlton as well. I was going to ask you all about that. The society hasn't heard from him in a while. Is he all right?
The irony that he would ask you is thick. Uh, we found his dead body here on the grounds when we returned. And upon his dead body, I, with my own eyes, saw a symbol that I understand from prior experience, again direct, that it is associated with Hawkins directly. Essentially, what occurred was there was a curse placed upon Carlton by Hawkins that expired upon the death of Carlton, that, as I understand it, was set to go off when Carlton said something he was not supposed to say.
But
It's
that doesn't make any sense. Why would he?
to keep a secret that he does not want people to know, to control Carlton, to puppet him. It is something worth mentioning here, and here I say it with some delicacy toward Trinket, who I believe is still in the room. My understanding is that just before he died, Carlton moved about quite a bit like a marionette. And when he died, there was much blood, stab wounds that seemed to come from inside of his body, and all of a sudden, people who were not in the room were in the room. It is my understanding, as best I can put things together, this is a bit of conjecture, I will apologize for that, that these people stabbed their way out of Carlton's body and into the room, at which point they poisoned our dear Trinket here. All because a cursed ward of some sort that was placed on Carlton, either by choice or against his will, that much I do not know, by Hawkins, went off because Carlton said something Hawkins did not want him to say.
And the nature of these people who stabbed their way outside of it, seems to be human.
What,
The way they used cold iron.
we're,
It's
we're
strange.
we're all of the Apollonian Society. They have no reason to.
There are factions in any large organization. There are ambitious people. No one remembers Hawkins not being there. If you look at images celebrating the history of our society, there seems to have always been a Hawkins. Isn't that odd?
Varela, what have you been getting yourself involved with?
These things simply found me, and I am not of a disposition to turn away from them. I think that you should know what it seems you're being roped into, because I do believe that Hawkins is not only spying on us was with Carlton, um, but likely does this in general as a matter of exerting power and control. To what ends, I do not know yet.
I
But I do imagine you have been sent here to fish us up and take us home so that they can do something.
Could,
it's
could,
it's just an invite to an auction. I don't
could
look.
could I have a sense of if there's anything that's put upon you? I don't want to worry you, but I I won't lie. I'm a bit scared of what Hawkins might do to us and to you or anybody we might know or come into contact with him.
I Edwin told me I could trust Hawkins, that I could trust the society. I wasn't going to tell you all this, but they've had some concerns about your actions lately.
Of course they have.
Well, that's
Were
rich.
they were they specific? If you are comfortable sharing, if not, it's okay.
No, I mean, the part of it is they don't fully know what a lot of you have been up to.
Well, for the past month, their spy has been dead. So, there were masks. There were gold or off gold masks. Looks like comedy theater masks, likely ritualistic cult masks. Do you recognize that in any way? Does that sound familiar to you at all?
Mary?
You would remember a mask like that, that Ambrose kept. Very like hidden away. You found it one day. He didn't bring too much attention to it. Um, but you do remember.
Uh, I might have, but you're all with the Apollonian Society still, are you not?
The question is more along the lines of, is the Apollonian Society with us? If the Apollonian Society is exerting itself as extractive imperial power in the world of Vesson writ large, and imposing itself on places like Ireland against its will for the sake of controlling and extracting, then I do not believe that it is retaining its right to exist. However, I exist within the world that I live in now, not in the world that I wish to live in, and function as ever, loyal to the same things that I've always been loyal to, Misha. The same things that I have always spoken of with you before. I have not changed, but I worry that the society either has or has simply revealed parts of itself that were a bit better hidden before.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't believe you. Lord knows I don't always agree with everything the society does, but it's a group of people. They're all different. I'm going to need a little more proof. I think if you're all defecting, I don't. Edwin told me these were
We're not defecting. We're just trying to protect ourselves and try to make sure that whatever we do, we are trying to help.
What are you so
Vesson
afraid
and
they're going to
humans
do?
alike. But the fact that we had a spy who, I don't know if he had shared anything he wasn't supposed to share with us, but right after that, he was killed violently, the way none of us has ever seen before. That scares me. And
Of course, I'm sorry. This is just a little.
You should know there were two forms of magic we found on Carlton that day. There was the magic that I'm describing that killed him that is definitively linked to Hawkins. I don't have the physical proof of that anymore. We burned the body in the backyard in a pit that Violet here took care of for us. Thank you, Violet. For the sake of ensuring that no recurrent magic might be used against us or Carlton dead body without our knowledge or against his will. The second form of magic seemed to come from Vessen, who were trying not to harm, but perhaps to help. I don't know if to help Carlton, but at least to help us. There's a lot that we're told about how Vessen are, what Vessen do, what we need to be worried about, things that make us distant from them. Think of them as less than human. Think of them as creatures that can be killed, creatures that are worthy of derision, of fear, that are flattened, that are not capable of feeling. Trinket here is capable of feeling. Trinket is one of the best people that I know. Power tends to blame those it is convenient to blame, and it seems that Hawkins is intent on wielding as much power as possible from a safe perch of relative anonymity and apparent service. What can we do to help you?
This is just... sorry, this is a bit overwhelming. The society's all I have now, Varela.
How old is Nisha?
23.
23. Violet's gonna kind of walk up to you and is gonna go, "Hey kid, you carry a weapon?"
Excuse me, no. I mean, when I'm on missions, I have something, but not...
She like reaches into the inside of her jacket, and she pulls out just like a regular knife, and it's just like, here, it's better to have one of these than not to.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Well, all right. Just what do y'all plan to do with this invitation? I mean,
well, we have to go, of course.
Celadon is right.
It's all right, Nisha. Just you are not the society is not the only thing you have. We trust you. I trust you. I don't know you very well, but I think there are things that we have experienced together, either together or apart. These are the people that I trust. Mr. Williams, Father Segundo, Violet, and Delilah, whatever she might be right now. And now you have heard everything that we have told you, and do not put your trust in any sort of society or groups of unknown people or unknown power. Put your trust in people. That's all we have.
Thank you. I do care about the Vessen, of course I do. I don't always agree with everything the society asks of me, but I know they've used me before. I didn't want to believe it, so I chose not to.
I reckon this is not going to be the last time they're trying to use you or any of us, and we might as well get something out of it ourselves. Try to learn as much as we can learn.
When your enemy... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Okay. I was just going to add to that. When your enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt them. And a great mistake that they can make, Nisha, is to underestimate you. You are formidable already, Nisha. I am being this candid with you because I trust you in your character and in your capabilities.
Thank you. What exactly do you want? What's your goal in all this?
Liberation and transparency. Liberation for those who the society is seeking to harm and oppress, transparency over what the society does so that it can be restored or made into something better it never was, or if necessary, to be completely frank with you, dismantled and replaced with something that it should have been to begin with.
I can get behind that. So what do we do?
Go to an auction.
I was about to say the same thing. We dress up. We go to an auction and see what the society has to sell.
I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on who you talk to and anything you buy.
We can help with that. We can give you things to report. They can be a little bit suspicious, but not so much so that they tip any hands. You don't need to show anything you don't want to show about this, but I want to be clear, Nisha, at least for my part, I am not sitting here asking you to do anything. I'm offering you a choice. I'm giving you all of the information that I at least have. But I do not want you to think that we are just another force trying to use you. Do whatever you feel is right, including if that is that you don't trust us. If you need to turn us in, turn us in.
I trust you. I trust you. I just hope Edwin never knew about any of that. I'm sure he didn't, or he wouldn't have told me to seek them out. I just want him to be proud of me.
I'm sure he is.
I still do need to want to see. Could I sense above table? Because I don't want you to say the wrong thing and explode on us.
No, I certainly don't want that either.
So I don't know if there's being a curse that's put on you, some sort of security measure from.
Look me over. Do whatever you have to do.
Could I try to sense if there is some sort of magical ward on him? I don't know what to roll about that.
Go ahead and give me observation empathy.
Okay.
It's usually for looking over, especially with magic. This would count.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 6s.
Fantastic.
On my
You don't
skull die.
Hell yeah.
You don't notice any of the markings that you found on Carlton. You don't find any kind of listening device. There isn't any magic cast on Nisha other than a general protection spell.
Have you?
It doesn't have you can tell the ties, especially with that second success. It does not appear to be the same magical protection spells used by the Apollonian Society.
Oh.
Have you? Someone's been looking out for you, Nisha.
Mary, would I mean, Julia has a feeling about what that is, but would Nisha know?
Yes and no. You know that before Ambrose died, that he said that he would watch over you.
Yeah. I think you would see him getting a little emotional. Right. Thank you.
But the good news is, at the very least, it doesn't seem like you've become important enough to them, for them to put on that kind of insurance policy on you.
Great. This is not the conversation I thought I'd be having today.
Well, I'm glad that we're having this conversation. especially since we have sweets at the very least, Father.
Yeah. No, I think by now Father Varela has finished your favorite snack from at least what we have available to make that. What do you think it would be?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he'll take anything, honestly. Like, he's an antique store owner. He's not rolling in it. Um, but
I'll say it's something that it's the first thing that we enjoyed together that you really
okay.
love.
Yeah, so
Right.
like some like I think just like a shortbread cookie type thing, some
So
coffee.
sounds
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Coffee the way you like it, all set up for you on a tray, nothing too fancy, feels very cozy.
Yeah.
Um, these conversations, they don't find us when we think we're ready for them because I don't think we're ever ready for them, Nisha.
I just
But they do find us.
I
They
feel
do
so
find us.
stupid.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No,
The
not stupid.
the mission I went on when I was going to save Trinket's friend, Willie. Afterward, we all found out that we weren't the first group sent to face this fey, this danger, and I went straight to my higher ups demanding an answer, and they told me that they knew I could do it. They just didn't want to scare me, and that's why they didn't give us any proper warning. And I believed them because Edwin told me I could trust them.
You see how insidious it is then.
Yes. Thank you.
The good thing is you know now.
If there's anything I can do for any of you in kind, I'll. Besides what I guess we're all about to do, I already did not want to go back to London. No,
Do we have to head out immediately?
the auction's tomorrow.
Mm.
So yes.
Would have liked another day or two in advance.
That was
Well,
likely on purpose.
Makes sense. Keep
I
us on
was
our
about to
toes
say
so
the
that we
same
can't make
thing.
something.
Well, Ida's going to be thrilled. I'm going to have to ask her to watch the store for a day.
Did you bring anything from your store?
Here, no, but if you're welcome to come take a look. I don't know what time, when our train
I'm
is.
not certain if we have time to visit your store.
All right.
But
If I could send a letter here just so Ida knows. Yeah, and I'll send a quick thing to Ida, just like, hey, change of plans. I have to go to London for a funeral. If you wouldn't mind watching for a day, I'll make sure you're compensated. And by the way, you're hired. I'll write that and just send that out. Like, she basically, how old is she?
Ida's about 18.
Hell yeah, you're hired.
I want to say
Yeah.
that before Violet goes to get ready to prepare for things, while you start getting ready to write the letter, like you might get the sense to look up at her real quick because she's like looking to get your attention from across the room. You see
Yeah.
that she picks up a knife off of the countertop, and then she very quickly goes eyes, neck, stomach. And then she takes a knife, she puts it where where she gave you the knife from before, right inside of her jacket pocket, and walks out the room.
I think he's definitely shocked by the candor, and I think you're expecting a little more naivete, but he takes it and puts it in his inside coat pocket and just.
Hey, you said you didn't carry a knife, so she was just like, "Hey."
Well, not every day. I know how to use one.
She has 3 on her at all times, at least.
Good for you.
So that's her, like, just making sure that you're good. You're good. I don't want
There's,
anyone in
like,
here who's not ready.
Yep.
yeah,
Love
she's always like that. Violet.
I,
We feel a lot safer with her around.
I can
be
see
fair. I'm going to Kiva is always nearby. So I'm gonna like talk to her and make sure that she looks out for Trinket while we are away. And if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on my tree as well and taking note of its progress, perhaps.
Oh, of course. And before he left, Mr. Williams had asked if I would look over the garden, and so I'll take good care of it, and hopefully he can come back. He was such a nice fellow.
Thanks. And well, if the tree is angry at you, don't mind her. Just shout right back. It's the only thing
Oh,
to do.
oh, well, oh, hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. But I do come back.
Of course.
Hmm.
And are there any preparations you want to make before heading to London?
Um, restock my weak poison, which I probably would have done already over the course of this month.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Let me double
Yeah.
check the resource cost for that. Or wait, is that one of your starting items?
It's not one of my starting items.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then you would have to pay for those. Um, but you were saying something, Danny?
Just restocking, same thing over here. This is my first time restocking in the campaign, so I just want to make sure I do it correctly because I know that for my, if I'm understanding correctly, I believe for my field kitchen and some of my provisions, I would need to be restocking that regularly between mysteries.
So usually how it works is if it is an item that you get from your archetype, you always get that item back for free. That is just kind of like a standard issue stuff. Anything extra on top of that, you need to buy. As I'm getting the book open.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can get you that info after game because that might take a little bit
No
of
worries.
searching. Yeah, you can restock on your weak poison, the items for your field kitchen, um, the fine wine, all of that's pretty
Mhm.
easy. There are a variety of shopkeepers now in Galway, as well as like you are traveling. You'll be taking the train from Galway to Dublin, and then the ferry from Dublin to London. But you're the after restocking. Anything else before you travel to London?
Just a practical question. Something that comes with my character that I don't have to restock is horse and carriage. But since we're taking the train, and this does have a mechanical thing, right? So do I have access to a horse and carriage in London as well, or is that only when we're
I would say at this point, since everyone is still on good page with the Apollonian Society, right?
Mhm.
You would have access and the bonus. You wouldn't have to bring it with you. You would have stuff there because people have like basically little stashes stored in a variety of different places should the need arise with like either having to flee Vesson or angry mobs. There's reasons to have like a cache set up and they would absolutely store a horse and carriage for you in London.
Perfect? Thank you, Mary.
I know we said we probably don't have time to go back to the antique shop, but would I know of anything that I have that might be helpful, some kind of like protective whatever?
When you heard of talk about a mental magic that messes with like your perception, there is a magical substance. It's like powdered elkhorn. I can get you the specific name.
Okay.
It's pretty easy to come by, uh, as far as like items are concerned.
Mhm. And
let me see.
would I have
Powdered staghorn, sorry.
Okay.
For its particularly, you can use observation to resist the temptation of Vessin. More than that, though, in the past, we have used it and you've used it. You've seen someone use it to get someone out of mental manipulation.
Okay. And would I have that on my person, would you say, or would I have to go back to the shop to get that?
I would say after Nisha's run-in with Aline and She, you would keep it on your person
That's
more
fair.
than likely.
Cool.
But you get all your things packed. You get on the train. It's a rather pleasant train ride. The ferry trip isn't too terrible, and you luckily were able to get in to London pretty late at night to rest, and are once you arrived at Rose House. Most of the household had been asleep, except for like the few butlers that were supposed to maintain the night watch, as well as the guard and the guardian. And the guardian is basically the head of security for a headquarters. Um, but you would have been ushered to a guest room within Rose House. It's a rather beautiful house. It is, some of it is, there are some original pieces left, but there was a grand fire that happened like a century ago that caused them to have to rebuild the majority of the house. It is rather large. There is a nice stable area for horse and carriage to be able to be taken care of, as well as many rooms. There's no infirmary in Rose House, but they are set up in case those things would occur. And a lot of the training yards are quite smaller than what you would have at your headquarters because it's an urban headquarters. Um, they would ask in the morning if you would arrive promptly for breakfast to be debriefed as far as the expectations go and what is required uh, as to prepare for the grand society auction. As this year, it is hosted by the Apollonian Society. Many of the societies shift sort of like an Olympics type thing of who gets to host the auction. It's one of like, there's like four major events in the year for like where the society network. And when I say society network, it's just an alliance of secret societies that all work together, share resources, information. Uh, they get together to basically part of it is to show the power that they have, but it's also to reestablish these alliances, find rumors about the other. Maybe there's a way to get an upper hand to get more information or more magical items this year. It is a deadly game of cat and mouse because everyone there are trained vested investigators with different codes of conduct depending on what the secret society is. It can be a very dangerous event. There have been known to have assassination attempts at these things. There is usually specific items that are very up for grabs, and like every single society wants it. And what they use to for payment is not always like money as we would know it. Sometimes it's knowledge. Um, it can get pretty esoteric. But it is one of those that when you are at the auction or you are forced to work at the auction for the Apollonian Society, you need to stay on your guard.
We've been there before, right?
I would say it would be up to you of whether you've had an interaction at the auction.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much one of those like you can only go by invite, and they kind of rotate through investigators. So not one investigator can get too much power with the other secret
Mm-hmm.
societies.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'll say I went once with maybe Edwin took me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have
I
definitely
think
never been before.
I don't know if I have. I don't think I have been, but I think maybe I have heard about those things.
The notoriety is huge. Like, and it's
Right.
also leading up to an auction. You would know from your mother's side that
Hmm.
there's a certain time of year it always happens. It's usually early spring or
Yeah.
like mid spring. Uh, that it is heavily advised for Vesson to just stay clear
Right.
of
Hmm.
anywhere near an investigator.
So I'm gonna pull Father Segundo to the side on the way and just
Mhm.
say, do you have any way to make it so that I'm less visible to the people there? I know
Possibly.
ideally I would like to not be targeted by people who could be a bit more suspicious of us, you know.
Mhm. I can try. I don't have anything that would take care of it as well as I'm sensing you might want. But I can say this. You are a formidable person, Celadonna, and these fools often do not see what is right in front of them if they think they understand too easily what is there. If you present yourself to them in such a fashion where they get a clear picture at a glance, they will not pay enough attention to you for you to be in trouble. Hiding in plain sight is likely your safest route. It is not safe, but it is your safest route. With that having been said, I am perfectly comfortable speaking on behalf of your character, um, characterizing our relationship as one of great trust, wherein I understand you to be a deeply spiritually attuned person,
I just
someone who I trust on that front, and perhaps they will see my beliefs as a shield for what you could possibly be.
I am grateful. It's just sometimes they might not be willing to see what they can see. They might only see what they believe. And I don't want to have to hurt anyone.
I know, and I don't want that for you. Um, do you believe that they think there are many Vessin in this world who would carry the courage in their hearts to walk with head held high into this auction as though they belong there?
I don't think so.
Hiding in plain sight. It's what I do.
Right. Thank you.
You won't be alone, Celadonna. Although it is possible, in spite of what I just said, that if we get there and they are exceptionally suspicious of me, especially given what I was doing before I came back to our home when I was last at Rose House, you may actually want to distance yourself from me. Being too close to me might bring more attention to you than you would bring onto yourself. We can
It's
we can
just
assess
that
that when we get there.
I was not ready to tell anyone else. And I know what I am capable of. I know what's in my blood because of my mom. And I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm capable of.
None of us do. Celadonna. We surprise and disappoint ourselves all of the time. I know your situation is specific, and I'm in no way minimizing that. I just mean to say you are not alone, and you are a person deserving of grace, grace that you owe yourself, just as much as we owe it to you and to each other.
Well, we'll get it done. We'll take care of it together.
I know we will, because you're here, and you are formidable, Celadonna.
And if any of them is suspicious of you, will come after you. You know, I don't think um I don't think they're going to see what's coming for us for them when Violet comes into the room.
No, no one ever expects Violet. It's one of my favorite things about Violet is entirely unpredictable, impossible to foresee. A clairvoyant couldn't get it done.
Like way too many knives.
Or just enough. Just enough knives, I find more often than not. I hope Mr. Williams is okay.
And speaking of Mr. Williams, where do we find you today, Mr. Williams?
I'm not sure what the Apollonian Society had in mind for Delilah when they summoned her to begin with. Therefore, I'm not quite sure what we've been up to along the way.
Absolutely. So I can fill that in a little bit. As soon as the Apollonian Society, as soon as they caught wind that Delilah was coming back, and not just back to go back to her daily work, but to start taking the mantle of being one of the 5 families, you've been separated from her. For the most part, she's been taken under her mother's wing, and you've been spending quite a bit of time in the Hall estate, as well as spending more time at Rose House, kind of alternating your time. Usually staying near Delilah, but you haven't had the level, or at least Delilah has not had the same level of independence as she once did. And likewise, it is a sense of strangeness. The halls have always been very trusting of you. They are a bit wary right now when you returned.
I'm rather astonished that they took me back at all. And I'm not sure that when Williams was here before that he had the context to understand their relationship with Rose House. These seemed like 2 completely different parts of his world until he's here. I think he's keeping his head down, trying not to make too many waves. He is making a point in his head of being absolutely crystal clear that no matter what the situation is, he is here for Delilah, not for this family, not for these people, and certainly not for that house. And I'd like to think I'd like to think he manages periodically to leave something outside Delilah's door that nobody else would really understand, but she would. I'm imagining like a flower, but this is not the place that has the garden. So maybe there's just a tiny little sprinkling of like cinnamon that looks like, maybe there are termites or something. Maybe it's from wood or something. But he trusts that Delilah gets the I haven't forgotten about you message.
And she's able to stealthily send messages back and forth, but she's having to send them different ways each time. Never once the same way. Today, the halls would ask you to work at Rose House, and as the others kind of filter into the breakfast room, all of you notice Williams. Williams, you've been instructed to wear the Rose House butler attire, a little bit different from your normal. It's a little bit stuffier, and very much more for show than practicality.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's keeping his distance. He's ostensibly staying focused on his tasks, but there is meaningful eye contact from across crowded rooms.
And all of you would notice Mr. Williams not wearing the normal attire that you are all used to. Staying
Do
under the
we
radar.
We don't see anything that would indicate anything that is reminiscent of the symbol on Carlton at a distance.
Yeah. The tie clip.
Oh boy. Did you notice that, Mr. Williams, and choose to put it on?
So to be fair, it is a similar symbol. It is not like necessarily the magic yet. But it is something, a connection between the two that I think Mr. Williams would have noticed as well.
Okay.
I think Mr. Williams, if he had been in charge of taking care of the breakfast and everything for us to come, he probably would know to like put a extremely large portion of breakfast food in front of Celadonna's seat because she just eats a lot. She's part tree, so just a lot of fiber, a lot of fluid. You know, would there be any opportunity for him to like leave any of us like a message or information through like the stuff that's presented to us?
I think when you get your large serving of breakfast, there's a garnish on there that seems very strange, but Celadonna and Williams have been working together on the herb garden, so yeah, there's
We
I
understand the
think the
secret language of flowers.
intent is I'm okay, but I don't know if that's how it's received. It's something that Celadonna likes.
Yeah. I think Celadonna understands that Mr. Williams is someone who is sensible and knows how to take care of himself and would not like exaggerate or underestimate the level of danger he is in or any of us are in. So I think that actually makes her feel a lot better, and so she will show maybe the others this garnish and address that. Either way, we need to find a way to get him out of here if before it's too late.
I wonder if they want us to try to do that. To not let him leave and put him here, seemingly under more control than before, and then bring us here. Feels like a plan. I don't fully understand yet.
It's also possible that they don't fully have a plan. They just want to see what happens.
See what we
In
do.
which case, if we
I think, by the way, Violet, at one of these meals, when you know you get your silverware wrapped up in the cloth napkin, when you unroll it, there's an extra knife.
That's so funny.
Quickly slides it into her sleeve, just like, cool. That's a special tool that'll help us later.
Do you do that in a way where you're trying to hide it also from us at the table, or just from other people?
She's not necessarily exposing it to anyone in general. It's just like it's like it doing things like that in a sleight of hand is something that's very familiar to her. So if you were aware of looking at her, you'd probably see the tells that she's hiding something.
Did you receive a similar gift from our friend Violet?
Of the pointy variety.
It does sound like Mr. Williams would like us to enact a plan, and that may be enough for me. Nisha, how are you doing?
Feeling like I'm not at all cut out for this.
That is entirely normal and a sign that you are right at home. At least as much as the rest of us. I can go make myself visible to Hawkins and whoever else I need to, if the rest of you would like to do things.
Could I come with you?
Oh, are you sure you want to?
Yeah, I thought if Hawkins is what we think he is, he probably already know exactly what I am. I'd like to initiate this conversation rather than be in the dark.
That is wise, and yeah, happy to have you come. I'll open my arm to you if you want to.
Just don't tell him anything about. I'm as far as we haven't. I don't know.
What could we possibly tell him? We don't know anything.
Right. Good.
Meanwhile, while you are making yourself visible, I can make myself invisible and see what I can find around here.
We're counting on that.
And I'm just going to like make it look like I'm watching them and being a good little spy.
Yeah. Good thing is that we're in the same direction as Hawkins, if you just want to look that way.
Yep.
As you are beginning to put a plan together, you see in walks Hawkins. And to describe Hawkins a bit, he's a very tall man with long blonde hair. He always has a smile on his face. And as he walks into a room, he very much kind of almost has a float in quality, very graceful. His eyes have a slight twinkle to them and are this like icy blue. He has paler skin with a little bit of like a rosy cheek every now and then. But he doesn't look a day over 30.
Mm-hmm. How long ago would you say that I first met Hawkins?
How long have you been in the Apollonian Society?
I think probably for quite a while. My character is of an age where likely was fully made a priest, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And likely left Cuba around then to do work abroad, at least within a couple of years of that. Um, and given what he experienced in Cuba prior to that, would have already been aware prior to leaving of the Vestin and all that.
So like going on the idea that you all have you've known Hawkins since you signed on. Uh, about 15 years, he has not aged ever. Always looks the same. The hair might change, the facial hair might change, even the hair color sometimes changes. But the stark eyes, where the smile never fully meets his eyes, the icy stare that he can give when he isn't in a jovial, emotional state, that hasn't changed.
I reach without thinking toward my rosary and just start putting my hands over each bead as we walk closer, thinking to myself but not speaking out loud. And as I do that, Celadonna, the arm that you've grabbed onto, if you did take the arm I offered,
Yeah, I did.
just pulls in a little bit tighter.
I think as she steps forward towards him, she will put on a bright smile herself. And I think as she walks, you just see her hair is going to almost float on their own a bit and almost stretch out further than before. And it takes on this more greenish undertone, this reflection upon the light. And her skin also kind of takes on this sheen. You know how tree branches sometimes can take on almost like a scale like reflection. She develops a little bit of that, almost like shedding a bit of glamour by taking on a bit of glamour as she approaches Hawkins.
As you approach, he gives a light bow.
Before they get there,
Yes.
Williams is circulating. He's got a gleaming, gleaming tray of hors d'oeuvres or something, and he's going to arrange so that he gives away the last thing he's got on the tray, so that as he's lowering the tray, he doesn't have to hold it that way if it's empty. He's going to sneak a very quick peek at Hawkins's reflection.
Ooh.
Oh, you found my trump card. All right.
What reflection?
Yeah. Okay. So this is how it's gonna work. As Celadonna is approaching, and he kind of reaches a hand out to take her hand. That is kind of like in that moment where he is focused on her and not on the table, is when you just take that chance, using like the perfectly buffed china, or not china, but the perfectly buffed silver, to kind of just tilt it ever so slightly. And you, in this reflection, as this is very much a magical type of dinnerware, you tilt it and you see Celadonna looks as though she is part tree. And there is no reflection at all of that butler.
Giving away everyone's deal.
I think for the first time in his life, because he sees his friends getting approaching, final approach. for the first time in his life, Hawkins, what? Williams, is going to accidentally drop a tray. Accidental.
Okay. Not even missing a beat. Uh, Hawkins will very gracefully, like in a very gentlemanly way, if you allow it, Celadonna, he will like kiss your hand, and then noticing the kertopple of the stuff, he'll just say, Mr. Williams, I know it has been quite a bit of time since you've spent your working hours in Rose House, but it is imperative that we make sure that the food does not go on the guests but in their stomachs. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, sir. My apologies.
Excellent, excellent. Now, please do clean up and prepare for tonight. You needn't work the auction tonight. If anything, I would greatly appreciate if you could kindly escort these lovely people around for the evening. That's not too much to ask.
Of course not, sir.
Oh,
Excellent.
Mr. Hawkins, it's
Yes.
very. What a pleasure and honor to meet you finally. I have heard much about you, and I dare say I've been looking forward and a bit jittery about this meeting, and I'm sure you understand. Those of us who are a bit special, we need to stick together, don't you think?
Of course, of course. And I am honored that you would come and be able to have your hand at the Grand Society auction. It was one thing your mother once visited. It was quite the event that year. But lovely, lovely woman. In spirit, of course. It's not as though she could leave a grove, but
Of
glad
course,
to see you're able to.
she's only had
Hawk-
great things to say about this event.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said, Celadonna?
Oh, she said. I said, of course, my mother had only great things to say about this event.
Well, I should hope so. She made quite the impression. And it is a pleasure to see all of you. Violet, Father Segundo.
Hawkins, it feels like I saw you the other day. Why don't you make it out to the sister island ever? See our good work in the Emerald Isle.
I wish that I could, but being the caretaker of Rose House does come with its obligations, and you among anyone should know about obligations. But I unfortunately am not able to leave at this time, but hopefully soon. We'll have to see. There might be some interesting things up for bid tonight. But
Anything that we should keep an eye out for? Do you have an
yes.
inside track for friends?
And he'll say, Williams, the dossiers.
I assume I know what the dossiers are.
Yes. There was a nice stack of papers of like a different file folders, with a variety of the different people that are going to be there tonight, along with like the most important artifacts that the Apollonian Society would like to get their hands on.
I go fetch.
You come back with these folders and pass them out to everyone. There is a variety of papers on the different secret societies that will be there tonight. Father Segundo, there is something that pops up for you as you're kind of looking through these papers.
Okay.
Specifically, at this auction, for one of the first times in a long time at least, the Reconquista will be there, which you know of as the Spanish Secret Society,
Oh boy.
specifically from Spain. And one of the field agents that are mentioned, you have a very lengthy relationship with.
Well, it seems tonight is going to be a night of old friends across the board. Hawkins, did you want me here for this purpose?
Well, speaking as to the dealings that the Reconquista has been doing, I wonder if it would help to put them on the off foot so we can get the auction that we want.
Well, seeing me will do that. So I am happy to help. I will speak with my old friend as is needed. Whatever the Apollonian Society needs of me, I am here always a humble servant of the people.
I'm so glad we are on the same page. And there are quite a few items just to make sure to read over the dossier before tonight. We have gone about preparing for you all some formal attire. We were not sure whether they had that there in Galway. So
Am I hearing this
we
conversation?
yes, you're in the room. You're with you're at the breakfast table.
Cool.
Uh
Cool.
I will keep my frock if that is all right. It would be suspicious if I changed my attire. I know it is a little bit more on the humble side, but given the history of my other institution, there is a formality to it that I think transcends.
Mr. Williams, will you please press Father Secundo's frock, please?
I like the idea that the cat was that you taking the frock.
Certainly, sir.
And I'll manage to keep my clothes. I don't think the fancier things suit me really.
Oh, on the contrary, Violet. I think we found the perfect dress for you. Trust me, there are plenty of places to hide knives.
I hope you captured the dress that my mother wore all those years ago. I
We
will
had
hope to
one
honor her memory.
We had one similarly made. It should be and for everyone here. Everything should be at your perfect measurements. But there is a lot to do tonight. And I just request look over the dossiers, look over the items. We need to get these items. So, whatever you can help with, it would be appreciated, as well as any secrets that you may be able to divulge from the investigators that will be arriving in the evening. We are all to meet at the Stuckley Grand Estate for the evening. And you would know that the family estate for the Stuckley family is at it's out of the city a little bit in the countryside. Um, Very large, grandiose. The Stuckleys are one of the five families. And he says, well, it will be a party to remember. And I sincerely cannot wait to see what we all have for auction this year. The societies always bring some quite interesting things.
Since we have made some physical contact, is there any way to sort of sense what he is?
Give me a logic learning roll because I think, both Mr. Williams would be able to do this. Celadonna, because you touched his hand.
Okay. I immediately rolled a 6, so I'm gonna see if I roll more.
Would I also? I don't know if there's anything that like Edwin might have told me, or just because I've like interacted with him more, if there's anything I might know.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a learning logic and add whatever bonus dice you get from things.
Is there anything for me to glean on an observation empathy side of things that would be useful to know here?
100%.
Well, we're also asking questions. Okay,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
sneak a little wine. Sneak a little wine.
And
over
sorry,
there.
learning logic is the dice that I have in the skill and the dice that I have in the attribute.
Correct.
Okay.
While we're all asking questions here, I've also, since the first time I played Violet, not trusted rich people from high society. So is there anything that I can look at and glean from this guy?
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. What are you wanting to get?
I want to know directly, get the feeling of whether or not he actually wants us to succeed, or if this is a trap that we're meant to fail at.
Okay, give me a... Yeah, this would be observation empathy, unfortunately, for Violet.
Hey, no, that's great for Violet. Violet has 6.
Okay, good. There's something Violet always has to roll that Violet is not good at. I can't remember exactly what it was.
0 successes for Nisha.
Okay.
Also,
1 for me.
This time I split the difference, and I'm rolling 3 dice at a time instead of all 1 at a time. And that's 1 6.
3 6s, and just so everybody knows, it's 3 6s, 4 5s, and 2 1s. So it was a very like near success. Like could have been much crazier. But three 6s. So a lot of success. It feels like
1 6 over here. And just a reminder that we do have an occult library, so we get 1 free success at some point for learning and understanding occult stuff, if anybody wants to use that here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Mary, go ahead.
Okay, so, and to recap, we have 3 successes from Father Segundo.
Yeah.
Celadonna had 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing from Nisha. Violet, what did Violet get? 1 success. Williams, what did you get? 1 success. Okay. Nisha's the only one with no idea.
Yay!
It's real hard to figure out, but that works. Because what Nisha would understand, I'm going to start with what Nisha understands.
Cool.
Hawkins is very, very secluded, and is always, he never is out during the daytime. It's weird. Religious artifacts are not like allowed in certain areas of Rose House, but that's to keep things safe. Also, Ambrose was terrified of Hawkins, but it happens. Everybody else, this is a type of vampire. And there are many different types of vampires depending on the culture. But you can tell just from for Celadonna, it's the touch of the skin. For Williams, it is seeing the reflection. For Violet, it is Violet gets a different answer because she was asking a different answer. But for Father Segundo, it's all of your experience built into one. And it's just kind of this culmination of the idea, because it is odd to think that a vampire would be the caretaker of Rose House and no one would know. This is huge. And the fact of what kind of vampire you would understand. He does not give at least the energy of like a Strigoi or a Dampier or the vampire from Eastern Europe. Very much what is weird and why it's been hard to place is that it seems like the vampire from Ireland with the fae type of feelings. Uh, Vampires are a big thing in Ireland that isn't always talked about, but it screams just with because there's certain things that just don't make sense. Like he doesn't like religious iconography, but it doesn't harm him. He doesn't like the sun, but he can go outside if he really wants to. The only thing he can't do is leave the estate grounds. That's the one thing that keeps tripping you up. Why can't he leave the estate grounds?
Can I share a thought?
Yeah.
I realize Williams wouldn't be able to share this one with anybody else, but my question is not so much why can't he leave as knowing that he can't leave, what does he mean we meet at the Stuckley place? As if he's going to be there. Not just why can't he leave, but why can he suddenly?
Right.
Or
And does
Violet.
him being able to leave it?
Sorry,
Sorry,
go for it. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, not at all. Just if he can go there, does that mean he can go to other places? Like, how does this function? Is there a carry there? We shouldn't assume, but I think that's a great catch, Steve.
For Violet, you were asking about what the heck is he trying to get out of this? It is a twofold answer. He wants you to fail, but he doesn't want you to fail so much as it embarrasses the society. He just needs breadcrumbs because he can't quite figure out what you all are doing. And he more so is trying to put you in difficult situations where you could blow your cover.
So, that's funny because, well, at least also if Delilah was here, that would be the thing that the two of us would definitely be doing immediately. Like you wouldn't have to set up a trap for it; we just do it. But that's a challenge that Violet might take him up on as this conversation happens and she starts to try to do her part in like taking leave without anyone really noticing that she's taking leave.
Make me a stealth check.
One 6.
I need to make a roll for Hawkins.
Can I assist in some way?
I would say in this case, no, because with Violet, how Violet does stealth, it's very much having things going on, like not bringing any attention and just having it happen. If there's too much attention, sometimes it would trip it up. I don't know. Please, it is your character, Crimson.
No, that's very much Violet likes to make other people the center of attention and then do things while everyone is looking somewhere else.
I was going to attempt to distract Hawkins. I wanted to say something.
Yeah, you absolutely can. So go ahead and for this, roll a manipulation, and I will take away the amount of dice that he normally gets.
Manipulation. So if I have a 0 in that,
then it is just your empathy.
Okay. Oh, but that's good. Okay. So yeah, so just like as the conversation is, and he's been wanting to say this, so regardless of whether or not it's helpful as a distraction. Okay, can I push? How does that I reroll just everything or?
You reroll everything, and then because this was a mental roll, you take a mental condition.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I am going to take angry because of what he said. That's still no successes, but whatever. So as this conversation is coming to an end and people are starting to walk away, I'm gonna approach Hawkins and just like perfectly like polite, Nisha smiling. Uh, Mr. Hawkins, we do have nice attire back home.
Oh, I didn't know. I figured it would be too muddy and all that. And I'm going to roll for Hawkins at his 12 dice.
12
12?
dice.
That's too many. You need less.
I don't know what to say.
Not a single 6.
Not a single
Not
six.
a single 6. Let's go.
Go. Let's go.
So the
That's what you get for
the
being racist.
camera zooms in on Violet, just quietly exiting the room. Hawkins is in a conversation about what do people wear in Galway.
Yeah.
Everyone is at the table, and that is where we're going to end for tonight's session. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I cannot do this without the wonderful people at this table. So, real quick, we'll go around, talk about the amazing things that you are doing, and we're going to start off with our guest, Julia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Labouche. If you want to see the things I'm doing, you can follow me on Instagram at QueenJulia_11 or Blue Sky at QueenJulia11. I also have a YouTube channel, which is just my name, Julia Labouche. The captions are going to get it wrong. So that is LABUSCH. There is a playlist of all my previous RPG appearances on there, as well as an original play, audio drama, and a bunch of videos of me singing. Coming up, I am going to be on the Valley on Hilarity Save. The table that I am a part of has not yet been announced, but could be relatively soon. So I will be on that show at some point. I am also going to be on Roleplay Retcons next show coming up. We are I actually don't know if I can say what movie we're remaking just yet, but I believe the Session 0 episode is coming out on or around May 13th. And you can next week find me right back here. I'm here for one more. So thank you guys so much for having me. I'm going to pop it to Ran.
Hi, I have been Celadona tonight, as always, and I am Ran. You can find me on Blue Sky as Burdick Inspiration or on Instagram as Rhino Riddler. If you want to play more, if you want to play more games with me, I am professional GMing on StartPlaying.games as the Lantern Keeper. For more AP appearances, you can find me on Tuesdays on Streaming Rainbow's channel on their YouTube. I'm currently not currently. It is currently being presented. The Grow by Moonlight campaign with Danny. Actually, you will have a wonderful time if you tune in. On Sundays every other week, I am on Dax's channel in a Star Wars campaign where I wield a lightsaber. And I am also in a Wolf Among Us kids on bikes game on Sundays after the Star Wars game. What else? Oh, if you happen to be in New York City this October, I am directing a production of Faithful and Her Friends at Brooklyn College. So if you're here, check it out. All right, I am popcorning to Crimson.
Hi everyone, Crimson Soul. I've been Violet Eklund, and nothing bad ever happens to me. I
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. I've absconded from the room, right under the nose of a vampire, and can't wait to see what happens next. You can catch me next week on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Valdrianth, where I will be in a Cyberpunk Thirsty Sword Lesbians game, Love After Upload. I just shot somebody. This will be very interesting. And then on Tuesday, you can catch me on TTV Stat Monkey Presents for Rotted Tropics, a superhero zombie apocalypse story where I play a cape assassin, a cape hunter, superhero assassin with our GM here, Mary, and Mr. Williams himself. And then back here on Thursdays. And with that, let me pass it over to the Mr. Williams.
I'm Steve, Tall Halfling on most of the socials, Tall Halfling RPG over on Threads. You can often find me all over the place, but I am particularly busy this weekend, although Danny will then make it look like I'm not.
Don't do that. We're busy together, Steve, for like some of that, you know? Yeah.
So tomorrow night, that's Friday the 1st, playing part 1 of a fundraiser for Doctors Without Borders, playing Rebel Scum. Ran is the one who's in Star Wars. I'm the one who's playing the completely original, legally distinct, small, furry, teddy bear-like creature from a forest moon. That's at 8 o'clock on Many Faced Plays and Queers and Spears. Saturday at 2, I'm going to be jamming part 2 of a Call of Cthulhu adventure over on Miskatonic Playhouse. Monday is part 2 of the Rebel Scum game on the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
On the 5th, as Crimson said, we'll be over on Step Monkey Presents playing Rotted Tropics, and then we'll be back here next Thursday. So, Danny, tell me how not busy I am.
No. Come on now. Hi, everybody. I'm Danny. Danny R. Mendoza, all over the internet. You put Danny R. Mendoza into a search bar somewhere, and you find me. Blue Sky is a good place to look for all my TTRPG related stuff. I do my best to post everything up there. I do have a lot of things. I will try to not take forever. First, I want to mention that here on Nerds with Dice, alongside doing this every other Saturday for a short run, I'm a part of the Sanctuary side of Fields of the Dead, which Mary's on the other side of, and I highly recommend checking that out as well. Really enjoying my time there, getting to play in that playground. Thank you for having me as a part of that. Also on Sundays coming out here now, also with Mary, but both of us at the table together. We're doing a Rocket Club show called A Silent Harvest. It's really wonderful. Mary and the whole cast do incredible work. Highly recommend you checking that out. That is part of a larger project called Rocket Club, a multi-stage anthology that is a collaboration between Nerds with Dice, Streaming Rainbow, Pocket Dragon Pub, and Pantsless Tables, all working together with myself, M. Hubbard, the creator and writer of the game, and Evil Hat, the publisher of the game. The game Rocket Club is currently in open playtesting. So if you're watching this live or you see this before the end of May 2026, go ahead and go to evilhat.com/rocket-club. That's evilhat.com/rocket-club. And you can sign up to get 172 page PDF for free, alongside supporting materials of this already really wonderful game. The only thing that they ask, that I also ask, is if you do pick it up, if you do watch any of our show or any of the shows that are involved, because all the channels I just mentioned have Rocket Club games on them right now that I'm running as a part of this. And they're all wonderful. They're all very different. They show off the wide variety of stories that can be told with this incredible system. If you do pick up a copy of that system, just give some feedback, right? We want to know, based on what you see, what you read, or what you play, what you think of it, because it'll only make this already amazing game better. I am a member of the team in-house over at Streaming Rainbow. We have a bunch of stuff going on over there, including Firmament Academy on Tuesdays, which Rand mentioned. And Rand does incredible work worth seeing just for what Rand does in that show. And overall, have a bunch of stuff coming up as well for Pride. Keep to my socials for that. The last thing, because I'm in a million other shows. I'm in other shows on the channels I mentioned, on other channels that are recurring. Check my socials for that. It's going to be quicker. But I do want to make sure to spotlight the stuff that we're going to be doing to raise money for Doctors Without Borders with a focus on Palestinian aid throughout May of 2026. Working with Just the Human and Charity TRPGs to be, and directly with Doctors Without Borders to raise this money on Many Faced Plays and Queers and Spears. Tomorrow we have Rebel Scum, as Steve mentioned, at 8 o'clock, and again on the 4th. So that is on May Day and on Star Wars Day. That's on purpose. gives you an idea of what we're doing.
Mhm.
We're also going to be playing MetaHumans Rising. I'm going to be in the cast for that, not running it, on May 2nd, 5:30 Eastern. We have Misspent Youth for that same charity. I'm going to be running at 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, May 3rd, and again at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, May 12th. I'm going to be a little further out running a game of Pasión de las Pasiones as part of a 24-hour thing that Jess is running that is a raid marathon that we're doing for this. One component of that, 2:30 p.m. on the Eastern on the 21st of May, is Pasión de las Pasiones Mass Effect Edition. I'm writing an original playset of Mass Effect for this. And that's just so far. We're also going to be doing something else over at Streaming Rainbow on May 16th, level 20 D&D. A bunch of people who played the same character, including myself, on the Inferno show that we have over there, which is 5e with Acheron's Inferno laying on top of it, are going to be doing a level 20 one-shot Oops, All Serpents that I'm going to be DMing that is going to also benefit this same charity, Doctors Without Borders, with a focus on Palestinian aid. So check all that out. Sorry I've been talking for so long. Last thing I should mention, because it is starting tomorrow, is we have another Walking Dead show on Pantsless Tables that starts at noon Eastern tomorrow. That has an incredible cast called The Way We Were that I'm a part of. Please check it out if you can. Thank you so much for your time. Mary, please take it away.
Thank you, everybody. I have been the GM for this evening. My name is Mary. I use she, her pronouns. And where you can find me. You can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media. Coming up for me, a lot of people did the work for me, man, and I'm appreciative. I've had my calendar pulled up, and I'm like, wait, I share shows with everybody. This is awesome. So you can find me coming up on Saturday for the Treasure Hunter side of the Fields of the Dead cast. We are in a tumultuous reunion episode tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, God, my brain, Saturday. And then Sunday, I have managed to duplicate myself. You can find me in two places that night. You can find me first for Rocket Club, where we are fighting aliens as little tween science nerds. And then you can find me also on channel Other Doc for season 2 of Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, playing Kore. The bridge between life and death. We have been told this is the coziest game of Amber Diceless system that anyone has ever seen. So we are set up to have a drama-filled episode next time, waking up the new version of Merlin. And it is a fun Arthurian style Lord of Gossamer's Shadows world that we're in currently. And we are just finishing out the season. We've got a few more episodes left before we're done. But it is sure to be a drama-filled ride. And of course, you can find me on Stat Monkey Presents for Rotted Tropics. Also, keep an eye on the socials for more Vesson to come for both May and for Pride. And for Nerds with Dice, we've got some amazing shows. We've talked about a few of them, including Fields of the Dead, the Walking Dead story set in the Midwest, specifically Wisconsin, as a bunch of people are trying to survive in a zombie-ridden world. We also have Fantastic Realms, a fun series. They're starting in Tales of the Valiant, playing a bunch of different RPGs that is run by Synthetic 20. And we also have Rocket Club Sundays. We have a multitude of amazing shows. We have Lancer coming up in May. But if you want to see what our most recent shows are going on, go ahead and check out our socials at Nerds W Dice on Blue Sky. You can also check out our YouTube channel for VODs of all of our amazing shows on here. We also are getting ready for Pride. So if you've ever wanted to be in an actual play, we have a bunch of amazing one shots that are currently being casting. I think we have like 4 or 5 casting calls currently up right now, including one for one of our awesome players here. But if you ever wanted to try it, Pride's the perfect time to do that. We've got a bunch of one shots, amazing GMs, wonderful stories. Go ahead and join our Discord to see what all the fun is about. And as always, may your dice always roll hot. Remember to take your meds, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we're out.